Hey everyone, and welcome back to Book Talk Finance. If you're an entrepreneur or you even just dream of becoming one, let me ask you a question. What would you give for a proven roadmap to success? Well, today we're diving into a book that claims to be exactly that.
No, really, just think about that for a second. What if a self-made billionaire handed you their personal playbook? Not the stuff they teach in business school, not a bunch of theories, just the straight-up, real-world guide from someone who started with practically nothing and built an absolute empire. What would that be worth to you? Well, you know what? Getting our hands on that playbook is exactly what we're doing today. This is Book Talk Finance, the place where we break down powerful books to help you accelerate your own journey to financial independence.
Okay, so let's get real for a minute. Starting a business, it's just brutally hard, isn't it? It can feel lonely, it's uncertain, and honestly, it can be terrifying. We've all had that feeling, staring at a problem with absolutely no clue what the right next move is.
But that's exactly why we're here. Because today, we're looking at a guide for that exact journey. Think of it like a map, drawn by someone who's already navigated that wilderness and actually came out on the other side, big time. And our guide for today is the book Built, Not Born by Tom Golisano. Now, I want you to think of him less as just some author and more like a mentor who's speaking directly to you through the pages of this book.
So who is this mentor exactly? Well, Tom Golisano is the founder of a company called Paychex, and he started it from nothing, what he himself called a true shoestring operation. And from that tiny shoestring operation, he built a $3.8 billion company. That's billion with a B. This isn't just some classroom theory, right? This is stone-cold proof of what works in the real world and on a massive scale. But, his success wasn't just measured in dollars. It's also measured in people. He built a company that employs over 15,000 individuals. That's 15,000 families supported. Now that's a legacy. And he's totally upfront about how he got there. The book is just filled with lessons that Golisano himself admits he learned the hard way. He's basically offering us all a chance to learn from his mistakes so we don't have to make them ourselves. And that really brings us to a crucial point. I mean, there are thousands of business books out there, so what makes this one actually worth your time?
Let's be honest, a lot of business books are super academic, they're dense, and they are a total slog to get through. Built Not Born is the complete opposite. It's written like a genuine conversation with a very wise mentor. It's practical, it's actionable, and hey, at just 184 pages, it really respects your time. The real magic of this book is its structure. It's not just a random collection of ideas, it's a genuine playbook that guides you through the entire life cycle of your business. Golisano breaks down his playbook into 4 key stages. First up, establish, where he hammers home the idea of doing one thing exceptionally well, not 10 things just okay. Second, build, where he's absolutely relentless about hiring for attitude over aptitude. Then manage, where he argues you have to create systems so the business can run without you. And finally, sell, and this is so important. He says you should be planning your exit strategy from day one.
Okay, now I know what some of you are probably thinking. This is great, you've given me the highlights. Why do I need to go read the actual book? And you know what? That's a fair question, and it's one we should tackle head on.
Because really, it gets to a much bigger question for anyone who's serious about their goals. When it comes to building your own future, is a summary ever really enough? Look, if you only stick with the bullet points, you miss the entire soul of the book. You'll miss what the source material calls the rollicking tales of his early days, the real stories behind the lessons. You'll miss that feeling of having a genuine conversation with a very wise mentor. And you'll miss the specific actionable takeaways that he spells out at the end of every single chapter. So as we start to wrap this up, I don't want to just leave you with facts and figures. I want to leave you with 2 big questions to really chew on, inspired by the core message of this amazing book. So here's the first one. The title itself is a huge statement. Built, not born. If we really accept that entrepreneurs are built brick by brick, then what do you think is the single most important brick they need to lay down first? Is it the idea? Is it courage? Capital? What's that one foundational piece? And that leads me to this final, kind of provocative thought. Can wisdom like this truly be transferred through a book? Or is personal failure an essential, unskippable, maybe even a necessary lesson that every single entrepreneur just has to learn for themselves the hard way?
These are the kinds of questions that can really change how you think about business. If you enjoyed this breakdown and you want more tools for your financial journey, make sure to subscribe for more from Book Talk Finance. We'll see you next time.